Welcome to Leapfrog Works 3.0. In this video, we will give you a quick tour of the latest release features. Leapfrog Works 3.0 builds upon the integration and functionality improvements we've seen for the past few releases. Continued enhancements for working with alignments, increasing productivity, and software interoperability are the focus of Works 3.0. The features and functionality mentioned in this video are covered in more detail in the Leapfrog Works online training content and in the help. Let's take a look at these new features in Leapfrog Works 3.0. The first thing you'll notice when you open Works 3.0 is that the sign-in window has been updated to work with your Sequent ID. Your My Leapfrog username and password have been seamlessly transitioned to a Sequent ID, so you will use your same credentials to sign in through the new Sequent window. All users with named and shared seat entitlements are now able to use Leapfrog Works while offline. This is advantageous when presenting your Leapfrog project at a client's office during fieldwork at remote sites, or any time you don't have access to a reliable internet connection. Prior to using Leapfrog offline, simply select the number of days you need offline access during the sign-on process. When you select one or more days with either the named or shared seat option, you then have a local license for that period of time, even if you close down the software. To release the seat so that you can switch to another machine for named and shared seats, or to make it available for another user, this is available for shared seats only, you will need to sign out of the software before quitting. Named seats were formerly known as annual subscriptions. They can only be used by the named user on one machine at a time. To switch machines as a named user, you need to first sign out of the seat before moving machines. Both the sign-in and sign-out processes require an active internet connection. Like previous versions, a series of training videos and a demo project are available to help new users get up and running quickly. Updates have been made to both the videos and the demo project to represent this version's new features. If your network administrator has not installed the project to your My Documents folder, you can access the demo project on My Sequent. As we recognize the importance of seamless software interoperability, we continue to develop new integration functionality. Leapfrog Works now offers support for MicroStation design files and land XML alignment file types and expands the support for DWG file types. With linear infrastructure like roads, rail, tunnels, and bridges, everything is based around the alignment. To make it easier for you to work on linear projects and visualize your geology relative to your alignments, Leapfrog Works now includes a new set of alignment objects with support for 2D and 3D visualization, flexible display of chainage, and multiple Z profiles. Simply import your land XML alignments into the Designs folder in Leapfrog Works, and then visualize it in the 3D scene. Land XML is a common data exchange format supported by most infrastructure engineering design software. If the file contains multiple alignments, you can select which ones you'd like to import. An alignment is made up of a horizontal 2D alignment, a 3D alignment, and any number of profiles. The chainage values can be displayed along the alignment by toggling on the Show Text button in the Shapes list. Their properties can be changed in the corresponding Properties panel. Alignments can be used as the basis for a set of alignment serial sections, and they can be evaluated onto cross-sections as lines. Alignments can be reloaded when new ones are available. Upon import, any dependent objects throughout the project will be updated. MicroStation design files can now be imported into the Designs folder, complete with levels and level coloring. For some DGN files that contain advanced attributes, it may be necessary to first explode and export the objects in MicroStation or OpenRoads, OpenRail, or OpenSite software before importing it into Leapfrog Works. Note that external references in the DGN files are not supported for Leapfrog import. Leapfrog can now also import polylines and meshes in DGN and DWG formats into the polylines and meshes folders. There is now one place to bring in geophysical data for inclusion into your Leapfrog model. The new geophysical data folder allows you to import GeoSoft and GoCAD grids. In addition to the interoperability enhancements with data inputs, we are also improving output interoperability with IFC export improvements and a new cross-section export option. Leapfrog cross-sections can be exported for import into a variety of 2D geotechnical engineering analyses ranging from assessment of slope stability and pore water pressures to design of retaining walls and anchors or evaluation of performance under load. Additional options for 2D analysis are now available on export, including flattening the section into 2D space, translating the origin, and reduction of vertices to prevent calculation issues in the analysis software. Surface evaluations from imported design meshes or other sources can now be exported along with your geological and numerical evaluations, so you can combine engineering and geological geometries easily in a single analysis. We are committed to enhancing your user experience with every new release. Let your data tell the story with our improved color map interface. Color map editing has been updated to make it easier to generate meaningful, discrete, and continuous color maps from numeric data by simply selecting a range of statistical transforms and setting the number of intervals to generate. Interactive histogram and 3D scene view make it easy to optimize your data display. Simple icons are now also available for editing or deleting an existing color map. Additional productivity improvements in Leapfrog Works 3.0 include the ability to manually freeze and unfreeze processing. This allows you to selectively freeze any unwanted processing of any object in your project. For example, you may be updating a geological model for some surface edits, but you don't want to wait for the set of cross-sections to reprocess following each edit. Now you can freeze the cross-sections, iterate your surface until it is complete, and then unfreeze the cross-sections to allow them to reprocess. Mesh operations have now been expanded to allow merging of 2D meshes. This new 2D mesh merge operation is ideal for joining topographical surfaces together. You can create finished ground surfaces for cutting volumes by combining designed road cuts and embankments with existing ground surfaces, or create the most accurate topography for your project area by combining local high-resolution LiDAR surveys with a wider area digital elevation model. Easily create ground or groundwater surfaces quickly from any set of points in your project with the new 2D interpolant mesh. The 2D interpolant is much quicker to process than the existing 3D interpolant mesh and can handle varying terrain just like topography meshes. For piezometric surfaces, you can use filters to surface different date ranges for seasonal variance or otherwise subsample your point data. Polylines imported from other software or cut from sections can contain large numbers of nodes that can make them very difficult to work with. A Simplify Polyline tool has been added to reduce the number of nodes during a polyline edit for ease of working with polylines. Lastly, a few changes have been made to the numeric compositing. Improvements have also been made continuously to view. A recent notable development is the ability to now share views publicly, either through a public link or embedded on a website. Sharing public views is a great way to facilitate public engagement on a project. With public sharing, you can add public links to 3D views into reports and presentations, or embed interactive dynamic 3D views directly into your website. In addition to the enhancements available in Leapfrog Works 3.0, changes have also come to the wider MyLeapfrog environment. As mentioned at the beginning of this video, your MyLeapfrog credentials have now been transitioned to a Sequent ID. In addition to providing access to Leapfrog Works, your unique Sequent ID will also provide access to MySequent, the gateway to an integrated and connected environment where users seamlessly share, save, and collaborate. This secure user portal is replacing the MyLeapfrog portal and will give you tailored access to all the information you need, ranging from online training and knowledge base articles to product downloads and access to a community of fellow users. For more information about any of these Leapfrog Works features, Sequent ID or MySequent, check out the following resources or contact your local Sequent office.